Thank you. So that Baton Rouge family who was wrongly targeted by a police raid now has an explanation.
But the family's attorney says it raises even more questions. Perry Robinson is here with this. Perry.
Hey guys, the agency behind last week's raid is explaining what led officers to that specific home. But the family's attorney says that explanation does not hold up.
1 week after a Baton Rouge woman said her home was raided by mistake, the agency involved is trying to explain why officers were there in the first place. Attorney Ryan Thompson represents the family of Arisha Mouton.
I'm beyond frustrated at this point. I'm infuriated.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the Department of Public Safety and Corrections says the Probation and Parole Office was attempting to serve an arrest warrant for a man by the name of Joshua Wesley. Public records show Wesley's last known address is the same as Mouton's current home, but Mouton and her family say they have no idea who he is. The night of the raid, Mouton says she, her fiance, and their 7 children were asleep when officers came in with the guns drawn. In 2 separate videos taken by neighbors, you could see the family leaving the home with their hands in the air.
Straight just got them boys, don't know what they did.
Thompson says his clients have only been renting the home for about 5 months and maintains the fact they don't know the man police were looking for.
We're American citizens, and under the Constitution, we should be free from unconstitutional search, seizures, and arrests. And that what I saw was definitely unconstitutional. It was definitely humiliating. It was definitely inhumane.
One of Thompson's biggest concerns is how the search was done. The agency says a man gave them permission to come inside, but Thompson disputes that.
That is absolutely not true, and someone's trying to cover their behind.
Thompson also has questions about the warrant. Court documents show it was issued in July 2024. The attorney wants to know if officers did their due diligence to make sure the suspect's address was still correct a year later.
As you can see from the warrant was almost over a year old, so I question whether or not the warrant was still valid. But for someone to come in the middle of the night with red beams without any type of verification whether or not that person actually lives there almost a year later is inexcusable.
Thompson says the family wants accountability and above all, an apology.
Oftentimes individuals see me and think that I'm just going after law enforcement. That's not the case. This should be said to law enforcement. I'm with you when you're right and I'm with you when you're wrong. But if you're wrong, I'm going to help you get right.
Well, Thompson is still waiting to learn why it took nearly a year for the agency to act on the warrant. In the meantime, he says the family does plan to file a lawsuit against the agencies involved. Guys, back to you.
All right.